We are going to step through the download of Eclipse in this video. So we first go to the Eclipse download page, and then we're going to click download on this. We have a exe installer that you will download. So choose to download that and then choose whatever location you want it to be stored in. I have already downloaded it, so I'm not going to download it again. When you are done downloading that, you'll need to find the location for where you stored it. Mine happened to be on the desktop. So then you're going to open up the .exe file. When the installer starts to run, you're going to have some choices to make. You want the IDE Eclipse for Java and web developers. And then here it has JDK 20. That's the one I installed, and mine is working fine. But if yours is not working, you can choose to download the JRE, a different one, and see if that will help with your install. Okay, so you might have to play around with that a little bit. You can uninstall if you need to, but I downloaded the 20. It worked for me, but there have been some issues with some folks, so you can choose to download an alternative version. I would not download the 21 at all. So I'd either choose the 17, which seems to be the best for most people, or you can try to download the 20. When you click install, it's going to take you through the install process. Okay. And I've already installed this earlier today, but it's going to install again. It's actually installing a different version for me. So we will take a look at that once it gets done installing. Once it has finished installing, make sure you pay attention to where the installation was, but also let it automatically create this desktop shortcut. You can go ahead and launch, or you can open in System Explorer, then you'll know where it's at. Either way, if you choose launch, this is what your launch screen should look like. And we will quickly step through just creating that first project and a couple of items. So it's going to ask you where to put your workspace. I'm doing this a couple of times today, so I'm just going to call this demo 2. I'm planning on deleting them later, but you want to pay attention to where your workspace is. And you can choose that as your default. You can always change your workspace later if you want. When I choose launch, it's going to start with what we call the typical start menu in Eclipse. This is the welcome. So a lot of people will choose to select and turn that off so you don't see that every single time. You can always get back to it. It's the welcome window. I am going to then go to File, New. And if this is the first time running, you probably don't see Java Project, so you have to choose Project and then choose Java Project. Deselect this create module-info.java file. You'll name your projects. I'm going to name mine demo 3. Install for today. You'll have yours named module 1, I believe, with your last name. And then do you want to open the Java perspective? You don't actually have to name your project with your last name. It's your individual class files. And eventually you'll say, yeah, remember my decision to save the Java perspective, and it opens in our Java window, or it should. I had to hide the welcome screen. So then you will create your first class. This is where you will name it with your last name if you're creating a project. So I'll just do demo a Lachlan, for example. We'll include main, click finish, and then we are going to have our starter program where we can start out and conduct the rest of our class. So just to show you how this works quick, although you've seen this in the other videos probably. And then if I want it to run, click run, and you'll end up always save resources before launching. And and there's an error in my project. Do not proceed typically on this if there's an error. So I either made a typo, sure did, print line, trying to do this too fast, and then we go ahead and execute and run this, and now I have my output window. So that should get you started. One last thing I will show you and tell you is let's close out of everything and say we want to start, our next project. This is why you want to have the shortcut, because otherwise you're going to have to go into your folders. You will have to find users, and then you will have to find yourself, and then you have to find the Eclipse install. And if you look, I've got here's all my workspaces I was messing with. But then you'll have to go into Eclipse, and now because I have multiple installs, I'd have to go into that folder to find my version of Eclipse that I installed. So that's how you find Eclipse after the fact if you did not do the shortcut to the desktop. All right, that's it. Good luck.